So, just to start out, I was reading a Detroit news story earlier today where Coach Pearson called you Mr. Third Period. I know he mentioned 10 of your 15 goals here have come that period. What do you think? I guess, do you have any idea if there's a reason for that?
I'm not too sure, honestly. That's actually, after the game was the first time I ever heard that stat, so I was never really sure of it. I think it just, I don't know, I guess when you start playing better in the first and second period, that means.
You know, I mean, I guess Coach mentioned your skating ability is one, and I know that's the case with your whole line with Josh and Brandon. What do you think? What impact do you think that has?
Sorry?
Your skating ability.
What kind of impact that has?
Yeah.
I think the game's getting faster, each year, and I think being one of the faster lines, it definitely it plays in our favor. We're getting in on the forecheck early, and it lets us play a little bit more on the offensive side. So then when we're playing the defensive side, we can skate harder back and catch the guys. So I think it just plays in our favor, being faster, just taking pucks to the net, and just playing as fast as we can and pushing the pace for the other team.
Jake, growing up in California, what was it like to play hockey out in the West Coast? How'd you get a love for hockey in an area that's not really that known for it?
Yeah, as my dad was I grew up a little bit in Atlanta, and I started playing roller hockey there, and my dad was a team doctor for the Atlanta Knights, which was part of the IHL at the time. So I kind of had hockey, all around me with my dad being that. And then we ended up moving to California, and I still had a passion for the game because it was so much fun, and my older brothers played. So just kind of learned to love it. And then once I realized that the NHL is only ice hockey, I kind of figured I should start playing ice hockey. So I made the transformation to that.
Yeah.
I guess I know you were voted as assistant captain as only a sophomore. What do you think that says about just the way you're seeing the locker room as a leader? Like what kind, and also your leadership? What do you think? How would you judge your leadership style?
Well, first of all, I think it's it's a tremendous honor to be named a captain at University of Michigan, and I take pride in it. I think it's one of my characteristics that I like to bestow on a team when I play for them is my leadership on and off the ice, whether it's working hard and or being a vocal guy in the locker room. I think it's just kind of the person I am and how I've always been. And I'm only a sophomore, but I'm a little older, so I think I have the experience playing 2 years of junior hockey before, and I was actually a captain at my last junior team. So I think I had a little bit of experience coming into Michigan with that.
Mm. And I guess just what aspects of your game have you most tried to work on as the season's gone on?
I think just hold on to the puck a little bit longer, having some composure with it instead of throwing it away, and then as well as just being stronger in the puck when I do have it in the corners, and when I'm taking it into the zone, not get knocked off of it so easily by defensemen.
And when you look at the stretch that you guys have been on, what do you think was the turning point this year? Was it the Thanksgiving sweep against when you guys got swept on Thanksgiving by Ohio State, or where do you think the turnaround was?
I think it was actually the Notre Dame weekend where they swept us. I think that was our first weekend where we played 2 really solid games. Even though we lost, we were really happy with our game, and we knew we were playing a good team, so we were really proud of how we played. And Hayden Levine was he's kind of the starter of that, and I think ever since that we've kind of grabbed some momentum, and we've taken off ever since.
I know for the second game of the series, you and Josh and Quinn get back, and especially you and Josh on the same line. What about Josh? I guess helped that. I know he scored the goal against that Sunday. He scored that goal.
Yeah, he's just a tremendous player. His talent speaks for itself. I think he thinks the game. He's really skilled. He makes good plays. He is a fast player. I think it's just he's got the whole package, and he just makes the job easier for me when I'm playing with him. And he's one of my better friends on the team, so we have good communication, and it makes it a lot easier when we have a good connection on and off the ice.
So I know you mentioned the Notre Dame. What specific do you think allowed you to play number 1 team in the country within 1 goal that weekend? I guess what was it that?
Well, Hayden Levine was standing on his head, so that definitely helped us. And I think it was more just we knew how good they were, and we had nothing to lose. I mean, everybody picked us to lose that weekend, and we kind of just said in the locker room screw that. It's our time to start turning it around. We knew that we weren't at a happy point in our season, but we still had a lot of games left, and we knew we could turn it around. And we kind of just took it upon ourselves to start that weekend and kind of get the ball rolling.
When you look back at after the Notre Dame weekend, you guys go to Minnesota, and anytime a team goes to Minnesota in the history that they've had, you guys played Minnesota earlier in the year, and you guys played them really, really well. How much confidence did you have going up against Minnesota, even though you guys swept them in that weekend, and you had a pretty good weekend up there.
Yeah, I think our confidence was very high. We knew we were playing a good team there in Minnesota, and Minnesota's a hard place to play. They got the bigger ice, and the fans they're pretty rowdy there. So I think it was just we kind of knew that we needed to start turning some games around, and we got the first one, which I think that's very important, especially on the road weekend, is get the first game and then worry about the second. That's kind of been always our motive throughout the years. If we have a 2-game weekend, we focus on the first one, and we don't even worry about the second one. Just like coming to the Frozen Four, we're not worried about the national championship game. We gotta win the first one to get there, so that's all we're focused on. So I think it kind of just played a part in just taking care of the first game, and then after we won the first game, showed that we can win in Mariucci, and that we are a good team, and it kind of just kept going from there.
I know back that after that first game, Coach Pearson mentioned that it was a very quiet bus ride over there. Do you remember it being that quiet?
What game, sorry?
For the first game that Friday night, he mentioned it being a very quiet.
Oh yeah. I just think we knew what we were up against, and I think it was just an extra level of people being focused and kind of dialed in, and I think it's a little bit of nerves and a little bit of excitement that people were just had their headphones in, listening to music, doing their pregame rituals, just dialing it in.
Do you think it was that way during practice that entire week too? Did you get a sense of that?
Yeah, I think we were just preparing, for battle, and we knew how good the team was, and we knew we had to bring our best. So I think we brought our level up in practice, and I think we've had that for the second part of the season, where we've really brought up our execution and our compete in practice, and that's led to strong weekends for us.
I know last year at the time, you guys were in a similar situation when you went to Minnesota, and you were swept there. Was there a sense in the locker room that going to Minnesota and not having a good weekend, that might be your season?
No, we try not to think about it like that. Like I said, we just try to take it game by game, and that's all we were focused on. We weren't worried about the rest of our season. We were just worried about the one game that we had to play, because if you get caught looking too far in the future, then you're going to get lost in the present. So we just try to stay where we were and focus on the one game and take it one game at a time.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.